Hey guys, today's video is dedicated to my friends David and Linda Grabowski's ministry called Miriam's Basket. They provide clothing, toys, and educational supplies to at-risk children via the state. If you have a few extra dollars, visit their website and give them a donation. It is a very worthwhile endeavor. Thanks. Hey guys, Larry here with Creaky Chair Models doing a quick video today on how to add power pickups to your Intermountain wheels. Atlas will work as well, but the Intermountains seem to be better, okay? There's one minor reason I'll get into later, okay? So don't think I'm, being exclusive about it. It's just I found that these work better. You'll need a Zona saw. I prefer this saw. I believe it's from JLC, and I got it from a hint from a friend of mine, Tom Gazier. This thing has extremely fine blades on it. In fact, even when I get it very close, you can't see them. The Zona, you can see them right off the bat. So the fine blades will come into play a little bit later when we make a cut. Couple of pairs of needle nose, a jeweler's file, and a piece of 1/8 inch inside diameter brass tubing. Okay? The first thing I'll show you is this wheel set is sitting here on a dimension on my cutting mat that's a 1/2 inch. So you'll see that the inside of that is just a little over a 1/2 inch. And I'm going to zoom in on the wheel a little bit more. And you can see that on the right side here is a black insulator. This 1/8 inch inside diameter K&S tubing is just perfect that it will not go around that insulator and ever create a short. So you need one of these for left rail, one for right rail, and you can go from there. So I'm going to zoom back out. And basically what I do is I have a pan of ice here. I just put 1/2 inch markings on here and I cut 8 or 10 of these at once. I will go ahead and do that while I pause and come back in just a minute. Okay, in real time it takes about 2.5 seconds to 3 seconds to cut this with the JLC saw. Okay, I just marked out 8 or 10 of them and cut them all at once and throw them in my project box. My little wheel box is back there, so I keep 8 or 10 of these ready to go. That way if a customer's project comes up and it needs a power pickup, I can do this. Now I use a lot of NCE Light-Its and Sound Cars. Both I always spec a keep alive on them. So you can get by with one pair of wheels, one for left, one for right, but they're quick and dirty to make, so I usually just power both sets of wheels. And you'll see just in a second after I get this apart how quick it is to get the wheels apart and how well these things fit. So what you need the needle nose for is you're going to take the wheels and you're going to put them loosely into the needle nose until they're about halfway down. Okay, now you take the second pair and you slide them in like that, and then you simply pry gently against them and they come apart. Some of them you can get them apart with your hands. I will definitely recommend, because this is very sharp. It doesn't really look it, but when you do a bunch of these you'll find that is very, very sharp. Okay, but that's how you get them apart. Okay, so you take, I have another one over here. You take your brass shaft and you test it on the axle like that. See, fits just snug. I'm trying to get it. There we go. It fits just snug and it turns very well. So the next step in the process, and I won't show you, is I take this off again and I just take my soldering iron and put a little dab of solder on it. Okay, then you begin the reassembly, which is just fun. So if you give me a minute, I'll pause and come back to show you my neat little trick. Okay, I've just turned the camera and I have a small hole drilled in my bench here. This, old workbench is old, but I keep a nice pad on it to keep things clean. And that little hole lets you put the tip of the axle down in there and the wheel sits flush. It doesn't matter what it's in. You could stick it in a piece of wood. You can just, do anything. It doesn't have to be very deep. The tip of that axle isn't. So then you take your other wheel and you stick it over the pin that's sticking up. Give it a solid push down. It goes on pretty easy once you get them apart. And when it bottoms out, it's engaged. The Intermountain designed that perfectly. So these things just go right into gauge. When you do take the wheel apart, if that little insulator stays on there, you can just use the needle nose to pry it off as well and just stick it back into that wheel. So real time, it takes maybe 15 seconds to do a complete wheel set. I had used to use this 20 gauge copper wire from the crafts section, and you can wrap that around it 7, 8, 10 times and get the same effect. But this 1/8 inch inside diameter tubing fits like a glove. It provides almost no resistance. The other thing I do with it is it's copper, so it will occasionally tarnish, because it's who knows how long it's been sitting on the shelf. What I'll do is I'll put some no-ox in it or some CRC 226 and let it go. And I also, when I put them on for pickups onto the car, I don't even worry about sound or lights or anything until it's run 10 minutes or so. You could spin it in a drill if you wanted to, but honestly it picks up pretty good right off the bat. But I don't worry if something blinks for 10 or 15 minutes because the two surfaces will clean each other up. Fast and dirty, not expensive. I mean, if you buy the Intermountain wheels by 100, I know Bob the Train guy's got really good prices on them. And he sells on eBay also. But yeah, real simple and easy. In fact, I have a piece over here I put a little drop of solder on, and hopefully we can see it. But that's one that's ready to go in that other set of wheels. So quick and easy and dirty. You can put these on 36-inch equally as well on your passenger cars. And there's plenty of lighting circuits out there. Whether it's a commercial one or you build your own, away you go. Hope you enjoyed something and got something out of this, but you're done. I mean, pretty quick. Now remember, insulated, what I do is I'll do a red and a black. So when I build them, I put a good long piece of, 6 inches or so of red on one and 6 inches of black on the other. And that way I know to look at the insulator and which way it goes. But there you go, guys. Thanks again for taking time to look and watch my video. I hope you got something out of it. Talk to you later.